idea what the podcast is about? Any idea what the podcast is about?
The postcard?
Podcast.
Oh, podcast. Okay, so it's about you travelling.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to ask you about your travels
okay,
and what
perfect.
inspires
Okay.
you and, a general conversation.
Okay, great.
Okay, hello and welcome aboard this conversation with an extraordinary traveller. Let's get started. Presented in partnership with Travel Daily News Asia Pacific, welcome to this episode of Traveller's World. Elizabeth, it's great to see you here today at the Extraordinary Travel Festival. I've heard that you've travelled extensively and you're one of the extraordinary travellers. Can you tell me how many countries have you visited so far?
Likewise, David, it's a pleasure to meet you. I've traveled to 116 countries.
And what's been the most memorable travel experience you've had so far?
So for me, it was Bhutan, a closed country in Southeast Asia. And just because of the fact it's totally closed, so tourists cannot go there as a solo travelers. They don't have anything imported, right? They have their own industry in everything. So it's as if you go to another planet. So their culture, their architecture is totally different. You cannot see it anywhere in the world, anything similar. And that was a unique experience.
How long were you in Bhutan for?
It was for 10 days.
Fantastic. So you get to meet the people and see the culture. How was the food?
The food actually was not that good. It was a kind of simple food, but very spicy. But a spicy food, not in a way they make it in Thailand or in India with different kind of sauces. It was a very spicy potato or spicy vegetable or spicy beans and no flavors.
Okay. What's been the tastiest destination that you visited? Where have you had the most delicious meals?
Well, that's a great question. So the tastiest forever will be Peru.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
But I have one really crazy experience with food. I mean, in a matter of taste. And it is a Sri Lankan onion garlic salad. Like literally, there is mainly onion and garlic, and
Wow.
I don't eat much garlic or onion, but they add a bit of coconut flakes and tomato and lime and a chili, and all together it gives such a combination that I'll never forget. It's the best salad.
When you travel, are you traveling as a solo lady or do you travel with friends?
So most of the time I travel as a solo female traveler.
Wow, that's adventurous.
And yes, but sometimes I join group trips, and especially I think if there are like dark regions, or like they call it dark countries, they're dangerous countries, such as Afghanistan, Venezuela, and Syria. So I would rather go with a group, of course.
Have you travelled somewhere where you felt that maybe you weren't welcomed or you felt that you weren't safe?
Of course. So number one unsafe country for me would be India. Yes.
And there you were travelling as a solo lady?
Yeah, I was a solo traveler there, and I spent enough time there, and I went to different regions like mountains and calm areas, but still I never felt safe.
Has travel changed your perception of the world and of people?
Yeah, travels, they change your perception on everything.
Where were you born and grew up?
Yes, I was born in Belarus. I'm a Belarusian, and I grew up in Belarus, and 80% of Belarusians have never been abroad. So these travels are kind of inspiration for people from my country.
And do you post on social media that your fellow Belarusians can see where you're traveling and your adventures?
Yes, I do, but I feel like I want to grow more.
Are you posting on Facebook, on Insta or YouTube? Where can people see your travels?
I'm posting on Instagram. And I'm gonna create my TikTok soon.
Fantastic.
It's coming.
When you travel, do you like to stay in nice hotels or would you like to stay with a family and have more of an experience of the destination? What's your favorite way of traveling?
I usually do both. So whenever you have a family stay experience or then you have a camping experience for a number of days, you always feel like it's nice to come back to your 5-star hotel at the end of the trip.
It can be quite lonely traveling though, can't it? You know, you have the advantage of all these experiences, but if you're traveling solo, do you not get moments of loneliness and you will wish you were with family and friends?
Of course, but I truly adore and I enjoy traveling alone. But if I had the chance to travel with family or with close people, of course, I would go for that. But unfortunately, my family does not support me at all.
Okay. Oh, okay. Amazing that you've managed to have these travel experiences. So, at the Extraordinary Travel Festival, there's quite a few people who've done the 193, every nation under United Nations country in the world. Are you chasing the 193? Would you like to visit every country in the world?
Yes, of course. And I'm going to be the first Belarusian female to cover all countries. Yes.
Where's next on your list?
Actually, the next one would be Somali in Africa. And then for 6 months, I'm going to cover all African countries, like more than 50.
Oh my goodness, that will be an adventure.
Yeah.
And you're going to do that solo?
No, I found people who wanted to join me, as well as I have friends to do that with
That's
me.
a better way to do it, I think.
Yes.
In some of those destinations.
Absolutely.
Be with other people.
Yeah.
But lots of adventures await you in the future. What advice would you give to other young people who are just starting their travels and they're inexperienced?
To never limit yourself and always to try, even if you think that something wouldn't work. For example, as a female traveler, I deal with like many complications and hard times while traveling. But the women who travel like 30, 40, 60 years ago, they had harder times. But they didn't have GPS, they didn't have Google, they didn't have Uber. They took so much risk and they didn't give up and they kept going. And so these people are like discoverers for me. So my advice would be that you should not give up.
What have been the challenges for you? You mentioned like there are challenges as a female solo traveller. What are the challenges today?
Today and overall, there might be like wild, dangerous animals, as well as wild, dangerous men. And yes.
So you've got to just be alert and be careful where you're going then.
Oh, yes, of course. But you never know, because as a female traveler, you are the easiest aim to steal. I mean that it's much easier to attack a woman than a man.
Yes, and you're young and you're very beautiful and blonde haired, so I suppose that could be a target for people who have sinister motives basically. So you've got to be alert when you travel, haven't you? And wise, travel wisely.
Yes, but I do martial arts.
Oh, really? Fantastic.
Of course, in a tricky situation, it will not help much, but probably I have this confidence inside.
Yeah, defend yourself.
Will not make people to threaten me or attack me. I hope so.
What would you pack when you travel? Are you going to travel with a suitcase or are you going to travel with a backpack?
First of all, I never do checking bags. I always travel with carry-on bag, and that's very helpful and handy. But I prefer suitcase because, as being a woman, carrying a very heavy backpack would affect the quality of my travel. So I'm very happy to travel with my carry-on, even to remote places. I didn't find it difficult.
But how do you cope if you're traveling for a long period of time with clothes? That's what always gets me. What do you pack? And do you buy clothes along the way?
Not really. I think I have a very good sense of style, so I just know exactly what I'm gonna pack that's gonna fit together and match. So I just pack basic stuff that I know I can combine. And it's easy.
So what do your parents say? Because you said they're not very supportive of your travel.
Yes, they think I'm a mutant in the family. They think I have a genetic mutation because no one from my family has ever traveled. So
that's great that you've broken the mold.
They think that there's something wrong with me, but I'm keeping up.
But they must be in awe and proud of you with the stories that you can share when you go home.
Oh no, when I go home, this is what I am expecting, that they are gonna ask me something, but they don't. So yeah, it happens. The main reason I travel, it's a research. I'm writing a book how to live 200 years. I'm studying longevity, and when I travel, I'm very interested in different cultural aspects and habits in terms of lifespan. So
because there are blue zones, aren't there, where people live longer.
Also makes sense.
Yeah,
yes.
And so you've visited some places, and you're keen to find out what's the elixir of a long life.
Exactly, I'm looking for an elixir.
Wow. Do we have that in Thailand where we are at the moment or not?
We have it if you move to the mountains, then you're going to find your elixir.
And is what we eat also important for a healthy and long lifespan?
Of course, what you eat is a priority, but also ecology, climate, even marriage traditions could be important. There are so many factors that can affect your lifespan.
Where would you recommend I move to if I want to live to 100?
There are big number of long livers. That's what they call them, long livers.
Where are they? Because I have to be there.
Will be in Ossetia. It's not actually a country. It's a region in Russia, like high in the mountains. Yeah, and they say like they live over 200.
Have you been there?
Not yet, but I have friends from there.
And I suppose their diet and their whole way of life is creating this longevity.
Yeah.
After travelling around the world and visited quite a lot of countries, do you think that travel should be a privilege for a few or should be universal and everyone should have access to travel?
Of course, because I'm from Belarus and Belarusian passport is quite discriminated and it's very, very hard to travel. I deal with such difficulties
really,
when
you
I
apply
travel.
for visas, it's a
Of
challenge.
course,
Yes.
I need a visa to almost every single country and I get rejected many times. So I wish everyone could just have the freedom to travel everywhere, to learn whatever they want and not being discriminated in that way.
Elizabeth, thanks for being with us today for Travellers World at the Extraordinary Travel Festival. Keep inspiring us with your travel journeys, and especially solo female travellers. You are fearless, you've got a future of travel and longevity, and I wish you well. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Likewise, David. Thank you for such a brilliant interview. Keep interviewing people as well.